1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster.
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honey Bee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go 31 Days of Horror. Mars needs movies. This season we are looking at movies about alien invasions, incursions, infiltrations, and visitations. My guest today is once again my brother Delano, aka Pretentious D. Welcome back.
Thanks. Great to be back.
Today's movie isn't really a horror movie.
No.
But it's definitely an alien visitation movie.
Absolutely.
It is Earth Girls Are Easy
Woof.
from 1988. I feel like I've seen bits of this before, but never the whole thing.
I think I might have seen bits looked familiar.
Okay.
But
I don't know if I've ever sat down and watched it. It's one of those things that, you know, would come on HBO and you'd come in partway through it. And kids in the old days, you couldn't just stream whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted. You watched what they chose to show you.
yes.
And sometimes you came in partway through. It's 100 minutes in English in color. The budget was $10 million estimated, it says. And with the note citation needed.
Right.
The box office, 3.9 million.
Not a surprise.
Oof. That's
Oh boy. So
hold on, let me do the
okay.
cast.
Well,
Cast: Gina Davis as Valerie Gale,
yay.
Jeff Goldblum as Mac.
Yay.
This is our fourth Jeff Goldblum movie.
Probably.
Maybe one of the reasons I chose it.
Yeah.
This was a last minute
He
substitution.
does get
folks.
around. He does get around.
Jim Carrey as Whiplock. This is before he was the Jim Carrey. He was just a Jim Carrey. And also a Damon Wayans before he was the Damon Wayans as Zebu.
Yes.
Julie Brown, who at the time was kind of a big deal or becoming a big deal, not
Yes.
to be confused with Downtown Julie Brown,
Wubba wubba.
who was a MTV VJ.
Yes.
Michael McKean
Yeah.
as Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Rocket as Dr. Ted Gallagher.
Yes.
Larry Linville as Dr. Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Overton as Dr. Rick.
Yep.
Diane Stillwell as Robin. Stacy Travers as Tammy. Angeline as Gas Girl. Nelda Voles as Lana. And Samuel J. Hansen. Not Samuel J. Not the Samuel J. you were hoping for.
No.
As Alien number 7.
Yes. So I listened to your discussion of Mars.
I was thinking
Attacks.
of Samuel L. Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel J. There's no other Samuel J. Samuel L. Jackson is who I was thinking of.
So you mentioned in your review of Mars Attacks that it had a really big cast, perhaps not since Mad World.
Right.
And this one, although you forgot Rat Race as one of
Okay.
those biggest ensemble films, has run.
It's a big ensemble, but it's not. But not every little tiny part is
True.
a cameo.
True.
Mad World is. I'm not saying all the Mads. It was designed with like every little bit part that we can
This is
possibly
true.
make a cameo will be a cameo.
Right. Anyway, so in this film, people end up having cameos who shouldn't have had cameos.
Okay.
And this is very much a case of the sum not equaling the sum of all the parts, the whole not equaling the sum of all the parts. Larry Linville, for you younger folks, used to be famous. He was on MASH. He played Major Burns
Right.
on MASH, and
Frank Burns eats worms.
he had so in the 80s he still would have been a big name guy. MASH had still been on fairly recently, and there's a whole scene with him and Rick Overton. Rick Overton's a comedian and writer, comedic actor. They're in a gym working out with Charles Rocket, and it seems like they each have like one line each, and I suspect there was maybe a bigger scene that hit the cutting room floor, but arguably Larry Linville is one of the biggest names in this film, and I think he has one line.
Yeah. Biggest at the time.
Yes. So, and I looked into some of the background on this. There were a lot of production problems. There were a lot of issues with different visions of what the film should be. But you also mentioned Charles Rocket. You want to tell the fans who Charles Rocket was?
Charles Rocket used to be on Saturday Night Live, and he was the news anchor for the period that he was on until he dropped an F-bomb
On live TV.
on live TV. And that may or may not have gotten him fired, but it didn't help. Because the thing is, between seasons, they switched producers, and everybody except for Eddie Murphy and Joe Piscopo were not asked to return.
Yes, it was during a struggling period
Yeah.
in SNL's history.
Yeah. He was part of the first cast. After the original cast all left at once, and Lorne Michaels left, brought in a new producer, whole new cast. These days, most of the time, they rotate the cast gradually. I think it's maybe the only time when they just stripped
Wholesale,
everything and
yeah.
started over.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
Because like I said, even that next season, we had 2 carryovers from the
Right.
previous cast.
And unfortunately, since then, Charles Rocket never really had the career he should have had. I don't know if it was an after effect of being fired from SNL, because I think he is very talented. Unfortunately, he's just a huge dick in this movie.
Yeah.
His character, he does the job fine as an actor, but yeah, his character's a big,
He's a philandering asshole.
yeah. Other notes about the cast, Michael McKean, the great Michael McKean, is in this, and that's good. You had mentioned before you weren't sure who Angeline was.
Yeah. I've probably heard of her and then forgotten.
Well, Angeline was one of the first, certainly not the first.
She the one with the billboard?
She was one with billboards. She got famous for being famous in the era before reality TV really took off. She decided she would come and storm LA by just massive self-promotion. So she had a pink car, a sports car of some sort. She had very large breasts. She had a very large hairdo. And she advertised herself by just having these somewhat cryptic billboards that she paid for on the street in LA that had her name and her picture and no further information, and would just drive around the city in her pink car and managed to make herself famous that way, and then picked up bit parts like she did in this movie. Yeah, so other thoughts on the cast? Or
Well, okay, so at the time, I believe, yes, Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum were married at the time. They met making Transylvania 65000,
right?
and then they were in The Fly together. I had not recalled that they were in The Fly
Oh, yeah,
together. I knew he was in The Fly. Right. I didn't remember that she was in it. And they were in this together. I'm not sure if they were in anything else together. They were married from 87 and 91. And got divorced for irreconcilable differences.
Sometimes just being really tall together is not enough.
Right. But they reunited. I don't know if they had any private reunions, but the 2024 SAG Awards, they presented together the award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture.
Oh, nice.
So I've never heard either of them like talking bad about the other one or anything like that. I remember once Letterman was interviewing Jeff Goldblum and started asking him about this movie. And Jeff's like, I wasn't in that. He's like, you weren't in the, I think it was called The Tourist or something, you know. He's like, no, I wasn't in that. And he just plays dumb. And then after he leaves, Paul Schaefer, when they come back from the break, is like, it was his wife, Gina Davis, that was in that movie. That's who you're thinking of.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And both of them, to their credit, in what is, I would argue, a terrible movie, they're both good in it. Right. The movie being bad is not their fault. There is another married couple involved in this movie. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't.
Julie Brown
Okay.
was married to the writer/director
Oh.
of this film.
Okay.
And
Well, that
that
explains
illuminates that this film is very much intended as a project for Julie Brown,
Yeah.
even though she was not the star.
I know,
of
that's the
movie.
weird part. So Julie Brown, how do we describe her? A singer and comedian, a comedic singer.
And also kind of in the category of famous for being famous.
Yeah. Actress, comedian, musician, writer, and director, Wikipedia calls her. Julie Ann Brown. And she had an album called Goddess in Progress. And folks, this movie is a musical, sort of. Just barely. But yeah, there are songs that the characters perform non-diegetically within the movie. They don't really advance the plot. One of them expresses the character's feelings at that moment. Is it Gina Davis singing?
It is. I looked that up. Yes, Gina Davis. At least according to the credits. Maybe
Yeah.
they lied in the credits.
Well, no, because I did read that in the soundtrack, it was somebody else's recording of that song. And
Okay.
the only reason to mention that would be because it was Gina Davis in the movie.
This did have a good soundtrack, even ignoring the Julie Brown songs, which were okay.
Right.
But there were some other songs in the soundtrack, Jesus and Mary Chain. A couple other big name musicians of the 80s did songs that were in this movie.
The thing about Gina's number, though, is it just doesn't look like it's her singing.
It doesn't.
The voice doesn't match. You can tell it's Julie Brown. You can tell that voice goes with that person.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't seem to match her. But neither did Jim Neighbors' singing voice.
This is true.
Google that one, folks.
Yeah.
I'm not explaining it.
And as I was thinking as I watched this, and I then later checked other credits, critics said this, in many ways, this was an extended MTV music video brought to life.
Sure.
Which a lot of people have nostalgia about MTV these days.
Mm-hmm.
And I would include myself in that category. But we tend to think about the good music videos. For every Take on Me, there was a lot of crap. There was a lot of crappy. For every Run Away or Take on Me or any other good music video, there was a lot of really crappy ones. Mm-hmm. I'll invoke Sturgeon's rule on this.
Yeah.
And this is very much like a crappy music video come to life. Sure. And I believe the song I'm a Blonde, which they do a whole number with, got cut out and used, that sequence got used as a standalone music video.
Yeah.
And I did read one other thing, that there was a whole production number for the song Big and Stupid.
Yep.
That got cut.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, and it suggests that people didn't really know what they were doing with this movie, that they would go ahead and film something like a big production number and not use it.
Yeah.
It's also noteworthy that Julie Brown and her husband divorced shortly after this movie. So I think this was intended, I don't know if it was hoping that working together would save an already troubled marriage, or if just this was intended as his attempt to make her famous and it failed, and
so
too many bad memories. I don't know.
Let's talk about the movie itself a little bit.
Sure.
Gina Davis is a beautician and works with Julie Brown. She appears to be living with her doctor boyfriend, Charles Rocket, and he's been cheating on her. And she discovers this early in the film. Meanwhile, 3 fur-covered humanoid aliens. What are they? Purple, blue, and red? Green, blue, and red?
At one point, they look red, yellow, and blue, primary colors. But depending on the lighting, it seems to change.
That's probably what they were meant to be. Red, yellow, and blue. Right. Anyway, they're just cruising around in their spaceship with no apparent goal. And have a very powerful telescope that can zoom in on a sunbathing lady.
Oh, yes. These are very horny aliens.
Yes, they are. So even though they are covered with fur, they are perfectly fine with baldies. They refer to the human women as baldies. But considering that the existence of furries within our species, not unbelievable.
Sure.
The fact that there's 3 of them traveling together is maybe a bit of a coincidence, but anyway, they're so busy being horny that they somehow managed to accidentally wreck the ship into Gina Davis's swimming pool. Yes. Michael McKean is the pool guy that she calls to have drain the pool later.
Yes. Surfer dude.
Yeah,
pool guy.
He's very much a dude. And so then, there's a whole, I'm dealing with these 3 aliens and they don't understand anything and they're picking up bits of our language through pop culture. And We have to disguise them. So she takes them to the beauty shop and Julie gives them a makeover.
Which includes shaving their entire bodies.
Yeah,
at some
except
point.
for and dyeing the head on their hair and their eyebrows.
Yes.
We won't speculate on what else might have been dyed.
Well, there's an indication that Julie Brown may have shaved Jeff Goldblum's privates because at one point Gina Davis, when she's preparing to bed Mr. Goldblum, she says, "I don't even know if we're compatible."
Oh, right.
And then she looks off camera and says, "Yes, we're something indicating that they are genitally compatible," which suggests that Julie Brown did give.
Well, because
Jeff
they're not
Goldblum's
wearing
character
clothes
full-
earlier and nothing
full
is
Brazilian.
hanging loose.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Judas
And Jeff
Priest.
Goldblum, boy, he is being played as the sex.
yeah, when it, so
sex pot
they
there.
come out one at a time. Jim Carrey comes out and everybody's like, "Ooh, he's handsome," and then Marlon Wayans comes out and everybody's like, "Ooh, he's black."
Yeah.
And then Jeff Goldblum comes out and it's just boom, the lighting and the camera and everything is just like it's the sexiest man that ever lived. And
Very much.
He does look good.
You know, he's a good-looking fellow, and he's shot in a very good-looking way. Very much Fabio
Yeah.
romance novel cover.
It's just we watched him in this season in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, and Independence Day. And in none of those movies is he being presented as Mr. Sexy.
but he is in this one.
Yeah. He's
And-
kind of presented as a bit of a dweeb in those three movies.
Yes, and he is not in this one. He is, and in fact, when I mentioned that he looks like a cover of a romance novel with Fabio, in many ways, this movie is a romance novel,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the alien part is secondary to
Yes.
the main
This
plot.
mysterious man from nowhere comes in and sweeps her off her feet. And
She is stuck between two men,
Yeah.
and like all romance novels, her big action as a character is deciding which of the two men
yeah.
to go with.
In this case, it's a pretty big choice because she leaves the planet.
Yes, although it's not a very difficult choice
Well,
because
no, he's-
Charles Rocket is such
She
a dick.
could. There's no way she could just choose to be herself and let the aliens go home
Right.
and say, "Well, it was nice meeting you, but I live on this planet."
Yes. Well, and also apparently these aliens have magical sex powers, magical aphrodisiac
Oh, that's
powers.
right.
Yes,
That's right. They do
including
some little
to
weird hand waving thing.
yes, he can touch people and make them feel aroused so strongly that he manages to turn to police officers gay
Yeah.
in a very tasteful bit of 1980s comedy there. That not only do they become gay, they became quite.
Did he turn them gay, or was
did
that
he just
always?
free
They were
them?
partners.
Yeah, maybe he
Maybe there was
just,
something sleeping underneath all along.
maybe
He
so.
just woke it up.
Yeah. Which brings to the kind of comedy that this is, and I put comedy in quotes, in that I did not find this movie. It's labeled as a comedy.
Yeah.
I did not find it funny
It's clearly
at all.
intended to be a comedy.
When
Comedy presenting.
yeah, the mincing gays as a comedy trope, if that's the level of comedy you're going for, yeah, maybe it was funnier in the 80s, I don't know. But when you have to do cartoonish sound effects when your car runs off the road, you know, that kind of thing. I did count, I laughed one time, and that was Michael McKean, and I suspect he may have improv'd the line. He says in Surfer Dude talk, "Oh, jail's not bad. That's where I learned to surf." And it was just so absurd. And he said it with
guess I
such
didn't
conviction.
notice that.
He said it so well that was the only time I laughed.
Right.
But the rest of it, and you have big comedy names like Jim Carrey, although to be fair, I've never been that big of a
No, I can't
Jim
stand
Carrey
it.
fan.
Fuck that guy.
But Damon Wayans has certainly done some good
Yes.
comedy. He's another guy who, if he's not completely over the top, can be funny. Sometimes, you know, he can just be ridiculous. But I have certainly thought some of his stuff, and the Wayans brothers in general, some of their stuff is really good. But yeah, I did not find this funny at all. The stakes for the aliens are actually fairly low. There's kind of this idea we can't let people find out that you're aliens, but then there's not really an there's nobody's looking for them.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no danger. They're not in danger. They're
Right.
not endangering anyone else.
No.
so the alien invasion part is very tenuous on this at best.
Did you know, was the guy in the dance-off anybody?
I don't know. He looked like he would have been somebody. Yes, there's a dance-off sequence.
I know who he wasn't.
Who wasn't he?
He wasn't Shabadoo.
He was not Shabadoo. No, but he was doing his best Shabadoo impression, I think.
He was Shabadoo adjacent.
Yes. Damon Wayans has to do a dance-off in a disco that, again, doesn't really have any big consequences. There's nothing...
No, they're just trying to impress the girls.
Yeah.
So the soundtrack, well, there's a bunch of songs on here that are just incidental music. Right. I guess I'll mention them. We got Love Train by Hall & Oates, Baby Gonna Shake by Royalty, Hit Me by Information Society. The Ground You Walk On is the song that Gina Davis sings.
And does a good job.
Jill Jones does it in the soundtrack, though, for some reason. Then we have Earth Girls Are Easy. That's a Julie Brown song. Julie Brown sings it. Shake That Cosmic Thing by the B-52s.
Yes. And this video, or this movie, has kind of a B-52s vibe to it, which is not a bad thing, right? But yes, it when I first heard them, I was like, oh, that makes complete sense that this would be the B-52s.
A cover of Route 66 by Depeche Mode.
Which I enjoyed. I thought that was good.
Who Do You Love by the Jesus and Mary Chain.
Right.
Throb by Stuart Copeland. Brand New Girl is another one of the songs.
Right.
It's sung by Julie Brown. That's when they're giving Gina a makeover. And 'Cause I'm a Blonde, a Julie Brown song that she that was her hit, I guess.
Yes, and it's when I was watching that video sequence, is she trying to be satirical or not was unclear. Because
she misspells blonde. I think she's trying to be satirical.
Yes, but it's one of those things that sort of crosses the line. Like sometimes you're being satirical and sometimes you're just being the thing you're trying to satire. Not that I think she's really a dumb blonde, but...
I mean, dumb blonde jokes were a big thing at that time.
I guess it was.
Yeah, no, she's supposed to be satirized. She's making fun of blondes.
Yes. And is she critiquing the dumb blonde joke or merely... extending the dumb blonde
I think she's
joke?
Just doing a song about dumb blondes.
Right, she's just extending the dumb blonde joke.
Don't read too much into it.
Right, and that's what I was of two minds
it's just a
about.
song version of the blonde joke.
Yeah.
So there we go. So yeah, in the end, they get their ship fixed, and Charles Rocket tries to get back together with her, and she considers it for a moment, but then doesn't, and flies off in the ship with the three guys.
Yes.
And the other guys don't get a girl.
No.
They're just on their own.
Although there is a passionate makeout session between Jim Carrey and Julie Brown at one point.
Oh, is there? I guess.
In the disco. I mean, they're...
Oh, yeah. Does it kind of seem like she's going to hook up with the doctor at the end?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think she's kind of like, hey, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
I'll pick up that.
Sure.
That discarded.
Yeah.
Boyfriend.
The leavings.
Yeah. So, anything else? Or is it rating time?
I guess it's rating time.
How many flying saucers? How many easy Earth girls are you going to rate?
I'm going to give this 1.5.
Wow.
I was about to say 1, but it being a bad movie is not a fault of the performers.
Uh-huh.
They're all good.
Right.
So you can't fault them.
Jeff gets to play piano at one point.
He does, yes. This also one other flaw of this movie is it references better movies, which I've mentioned before as a rule. Don't reference a better movie.
Are you
than
calling
yours.
The Nutty Professor a better movie?
Well,
I just watched that recently for the first time. The original.
They reference Nutty Professor. Jeff Goldblum, when he's trying to figure out human behavior, emulates what's the alter ego of the Nutty
Buddy?
Professor?
That's not Buddy Love. Is it Buddy Love?
I think it's
Somebody
Buddy Love.
Yeah, Buddy Love.
Anyway.
Dick.
Yeah.
He's a dick. He's a raging. It's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, if you haven't seen it.
And so Jeff Goldblum, to woo Gina Davis, acts like Jerry Lewis.
Give your thumbs a rest. I'll drive.
Yeah. Acts like a swinging dick. But they have clips of other alien invasion films.
Yeah. Oh, Robbie the Robot is in this.
Oh, yes. I forgot.
And who's the other shittier robot? I think he might be from like a movie serial or something. I think he might be really old.
I forgot. Another thing that made this look
Ranch
like a movie, like a music video.
Yeah.
Is there's a very long, purposeless black and white dream sequence where Gina Davis is, I don't know, trying to figure out where she fits in the world. I don't know.
But there's not a song going on, is there?
There's a number of times when they have sort of pseudo electronica,
Yeah.
where background noises are repeated
Mm-hmm.
in sort of an electronic sampling dance groove kind of thing, and they do that they do it when the aliens are figuring out home electronics, but they also do it during this dream sequence that very much looks like somebody trying to make an art house music video.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they do a little Blue Man Group thing when they're fucking around with the appliances and stuff.
Yeah, and yes, Robbie the Robot makes an appearance in that as well.
Yeah, that's the period we're in, folks.
Yeah,
70s through the 80s. If you needed a robot, you just dug Robbie out of storage.
yeah. Was there more than one? Like,
What?
did they make copies? Was
I'm
he
not
so
sure.
popular enough that they needed?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, there have been replicas made since, but I think that's to sell to collectors for $3,000 to $5,000.
All right,
I'm not sure.
I went off on a tangent there.
I think there's just one Robbie.
but I'm giving it 1.5 stars.
Okay.
Flying saucers for this one.
Oof.
Yeah.
I
What
was,
are you gonna do?
I was gonna give it 3.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I definitely didn't hate it, which is 1 star.
Okay.
2 stars is I didn't like it. 3 is it's okay. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great.
Did you laugh?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I mean, it does have Jim Carrey, which is minus a star,
Sure.
but it's got Jeff Goldblum and Michael McKean, which
Right.
is plus a couple stars.
Michael McCain was good.
Gina Davis is always fun.
Yep. And pretty sexy. She's
Yeah,
and she's almost naked through most
Yeah.
of this movie.
Well, she's in her bikini for a while. That is not as opaque as it ought to be,
yeah.
and nobody seemed to care.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. There's our rating. Earth Girls Are Easy. Where was it streaming?
I think I saw it on Tubi.
Yes, it's on Prime. It's on Tubi. It's on Pluto. It's on all the things. If it's free with ads, they're showing it. So there you go. I think Prime had limited interruptions. So there you go. Well, thanks for joining us, folks. We're nearly at the end here. We'll be back tomorrow with another in our 31 Days of Horror. Thanks for joining us. Delano, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, I have been Precious D. Remember to keep watching the skies. We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.